Attention duelists. Phoenix here, welcoming you to the Master Duel Monday. Watch and learn. Let's get right into it. I see Magnet Warriors. Let's see what they're doing. Duel Speed going first, activating Rescue Ace HQ, summoning Hydrant and then Impulse, adding Turbulence to hand off of Impulse. Impulse and Hydrant will then link together to make Kita the Fire Charmer ablaze. Turbulence will banish 2 Rescue Ace from the grave, summon itself. Then it will set 4 Rescue Ace cards, which are Rescue, Contain, Reinforce, and Extinguish. Then activates Pot of Prosby, banishing 3. Adding Rescue Ace Airlifter. Surprised he didn't add Ash Blossom. Player summons Gamma. Opponent will chain Extinguish, targeting Gamma. Gamma go bye-bye. Summons Beta. Opponent activates Contain. Targeting Beta. Its effect is negated. Raigeki then will activate. Reinforce will activate, targeting Turbulence, buffing it up, making it unaffected. Unaffected by monster effects, not spell traps. Kita's effect will activate, chained to Rescue. Rescue will resummon Turbulence. And Hida will add a Impulse to hand. An Impulse. Player sets a card. During the end phase, Reinforce will banish itself to set Rescue once again. Rescue Ace HQ will target 4 Rescue cards, put them back in the deck. Draw 1. Then enable the summon of Airlifter. We'll add Alert. Impulse is summoned. Beta's effect will activate. Airlifter in hand will chain, distributing itself from the hand. Summoning another Impulse. Delta is summoned by Beta. Impulse will chain to Delta's effect. And Torrential Tribute will activate because a monster was summoned. Everyone's gone. That Impulse will bring out another Turbulence. And Delta will send away Alpha, the Electromagnetic. Delta's effect will then banish a bunch of Electromagnetics, Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. Alert will activate, adding the destroyed Turbulence from the graveyard back to hand. And Valkyrion, the Magna Warrior, is summoned. Another Rescue will activate, summoning back Impulse. Then Turbulence in hand, banish Airlifter to summon 2 Airlifters to summon itself. The one that was already on field will summon Contain. Set Contain, Reinforce, Extinguish, and Impulse will use its effect, which does nothing. Player draws her turn. Set, pass. Player activates Extinguish, getting rid of Valkyrion. Activates Reinforce. Then will use its ability to banish itself in order to reset Alert. Could have waited to do that on other turn, but whatever. Alert activates, adding Impulse from the graveyard back to the hand. Rescue HQ will let them summon the Impulse, and then summon Fire Engine, and Torrential Tribute will activate once again, blowing up the board. HQ will activate, targeting 4, put them back in the deck, draw 1. Summons Kashtira Fenrir. Here's your crutch. Adds a Rise Heart. Rise Heart. Rise Heart will summon itself. Banish 1. Banish 3. Turn into number 42, Galaxy Tomahawk. Hang on. what the heck is wrong with this guy? Why did you summon Tomahawk in attack mode in a main monster zone and not use it to... Oh, that's why. Number 42, Galaxy Tomahawk attacked and then will turn into Zeus. Not gonna lie, gang. I think Duel's B may be kind of a bitch. Player draws Delta. Summon Delta. Delta will send away Gamma. Sentry Soldier of Stone will summon itself from the graveyard. Passes turn to rescue. Turn Zeus to attack mode. Use the effective HQ, targeting 4. Put him back in the deck. Draw 1. Activates Rescue, which will summon back Turbulence. Activates Contain, targeting Delta. Then activates Pressured Planet Rate South over the Rescue Ace HQ. Impulse will swing over the Sentry Soldier, and Zeus will swing over Delta. Draws for turn, it's Polymerization, which does nothing for him. I think this is the part where Duelist Day is cooked. Player summons Max C, which will link together with... Oh, it wasn't Turbulence, it was Fire Engine. For Barricade Board Blocker, which will discard Triple Tactics Thrust, use its effect during the end phase. Swings with both monsters, missed out on damage. Barricade Board Blocker will re-add Rescue Ace HQ from grave to hand. Player draws Beta. Summons Beta. Beta will add Alpha. Sentry Soldier in the grave will summon itself. Those two will overlay together for Gorgonic Guardian. Zeus will then use its effect. Gorgon will chain, changing the attack of Zeus to 0, and negating its effect. Guardian will then destroy Zeus, move to battle, swing over Barricade Board. Pass turn. Player does not have their own Zeus to go into. Rescue Ace HQ is activated over Rate Soth. We'll use its effect to put 4 back, draw 1. Activates Rescue, targeting Impulse, which will summon it. Gorgon Guardian will use its effect, changing its attack stat. But Impulse will chain, tributing itself. Summoning Turbulence. Guardian whiffs. Turbulence will set 4. That's not annoying. Reinforce. Alert. Extinguish. And Contain. Battle phase. Turbulence swings. Exact damage. End game. I was really rooting for the little magnet that could, but sadly it was not to be. Do I see anyone doing something cool? See a Vanquish Soul Mirror. Player summons Dr. Madlove, who will add Soul Dust Devil. Dr. Madlove will link away for Rock of the Vanquisher. Rock's effect will activate, summoning the Heavy Borger from hand. Borger will reveal a Dark type in hand, adding Lilium Draw, which is Pressured Planet Rate Soth, which will add Fenrir. That's 2 in the back row. During the end phase, the opponent will use Magnamut, banishing Dr. Madlove to summon itself, and that will add their own Vanquish Soul Caesar. Duels B summons Soul Raisin. There can be only one will activate in response. Heavy Borger will use its effect, revealing Kashtira Fenrir and Ash Blossom to inflict 1,500 damage. Duel B's Raisin will add their own Dr. Madlove. Raisin will then show that they have Ash Blossom and Heavy Borger, which will destroy the opponent's Heavy Borger. Rock of the Vanquisher will use its effect to add it back to hand. Then Duelist B's Raisin will link away for Rock of the Vanquisher, which will summon Dr. Madlove. Ash Blossom from Duelist A to stop Dr. Madlove. Dr. Madlove's other effect will activate, showing a Dark type in hand, weakening all the opponent's monsters. Heavy Borger in hand will bounce Dr. Madlove to summon itself, then use its effect, showing an Earth type in hand and a Fire type, burning Duelist A. Then Small World will activate, revealing Ash Blossom, showing Xiaolan, and then adding Kurikara Div Incarnate. Div Incarnate's effect will activate, tributing Rock of the Vanquisher on the opponent's side to summon itself. Swings with Borger, Div Incarnate, and Magnum up for game. Damn, that match really blew up. Is anyone doing something cool in the others? Nope. Hitting the random. Pendulums. Activates Pendulum Call. Discarding Pendulum Fusion. Max C activates in response. Maxi resolves, adds Purple Poison, and Celestial Magician. Sets Purple Poison in the scale and Celestial. Pendulum summons. Harmonizing and Wisdom Eye. Harmonizing effect will bring out Oath Dragon. Oath Dragon and Harmonize will sync together for Baron de Fleur. Ending turn. Gave Maxi a little bit of food. Opponent's turn, activating Cauldron of the Old Man and then Clear World. Setting 2, activating Kaiser Coliseum. Baron will use its effect to negate and destroy the Kaiser. Player activates Chain Energy. Burns themselves by summoning Vijam the Cubic Seed, which will swing into Baron. Then move itself to the Spell Trap Zone. Clear World will then burn him for a bit. Passes turn, Baron uses its effect, targeting Vijam. Anti-Spell Fragrance is activated. Baron's ability is negated, though, because it does have a cubic counter on it. Wisdom Eye will swing direct, but no damage. No, damage was done. Why didn't it swing with Baron? Cauldron of the Old Man will activate, getting another counter. Vijam will summon itself. Cauldron will then heal themselves for 1,000. Sets another card. Burns for Clear World. Passes. Baron will once again attempt to use its effect. No one reads. Baron and Wisdom Eye will link away for Beyond the Pendulum. Beyond's effect will activate, adding Harmonizing, paying 1,200. Then Pendulum Summoning. Bringing out Wisdom Eye. And Harmonize. Harmonize will bring out Double Iris. Harmonizer and Double Iris will sync together for Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. Using its effect, destroying all face-up monsters the opponent controls. Not attacking. Cauldron will gain another counter. Using its effect, gaining 1,500 life points. Then activates Pot of Prosperity, banishing 6. Adds Aroma Jar. Sets a card, what could it be? And sets another in the back row. Clear World will burn them again. Beyond the Pendulum and Wisdom Eye will link together for Boral Code Dragon. Boral Code and Supreme King Clear will then turn into Access Code. Access Code will target Boral. Then use its effect, banish Boral, pop the set monster, moves to battle, swing, and finally game. That match went on longer than it needed to. Cubics. Opponent summons Harpy Lady, which is Harpy Oracle, activates Hysteric Sign, adding Elegant Egotist. Use the Egotist, summoning some Harpies, which will be Harpy Lady number 1. It is treated as a tuner for the sake of summoning Cyber/Harpy. Then activates Harpy's Hunting Ground. Harpy Oracle will re-add Elegant Egotist during the end phase. And pass. 3 cubic cards are revealed in hand to summon Crimson Nova. Player activates Crimson Wave, targeting Nova. Cyber/ will chain. Nothing happens. Crimson Nova will swing over the Cyber/, makes its second attack, and game. Womp womp. We got Toons. Player will summon Kashtira Fenrir. Fenrir will add Scareclaw Kashtira. Scareclaw will summon itself, getting rid of Big Bang in hand. Those two will overlay into Shangri-Ira. Rise Heart in hand, summoning itself, sending away a card, getting rid of some of the opponents. Big Bang's effect will activate, detaching a unit to summon Fenrir from hand. A zone is then blocked by Shangri-Ira. Rise Heart will then be used as solo material for a Rise Heart. Sets 2 in the back row and passes. Shangri-Ira's effect, summoning Unicorn from deck. Toon Kingdom is activated, banishing 3, which is going to power up the Kashtira. A Rise Heart will activate, Shangri-Ira will chain, blocking the zone. A Rise Heart will then attach one of the banished cards to itself. Triple Tactics Talent will activate, taking control of one monster the opponent has, which is a Rise Heart. A Rise Heart's effect will activate. Imperm will activate, targeting a Rise Heart. A Rise Heart's negated, and so is that column. Fenrir's effect will activate, targeting the kingdom. Unicorn will chain. Toon Page Flip will activate. Page Flip, so we'll show Toon Dragon, Red Eyes, and Dark Magician, and Soldier. Another card is banished. Dark Magician is summoned. A Rise Heart will attempt to use its effect, but will still be negated, and Ira will block the last zone. And then block a spell zone. So rude. Moves to attack mode. Kashtira Arise Heart will then overlay into Kashtira Arise Heart, letting Duelist A keep theirs. It will then detach units, getting rid of Shangri-Ira, then using the effect, attaching a banished card to itself. Toon Dark Magician will then get rid of Red Eyes in hand, adding another Toon Kingdom. A Rise Heart will attach the Red Eyes to itself. Rise Heart swings over Fenrir. Attach another card. Player sets 1 and passes. He got rid of Shangri-Ira. I'm impressed. Opponent will activate Kashtira Preparations, summoning back to Fenrir. Fenrir will add another Rise Heart. Unicorn's effect will activate, adding Kashtira Birth. Activates the Birth. A Rise Heart will chain, getting rid of 3, targeting Fenrir. Fenrir go bye-bye. Cards were banished, so a Rise Heart will activate. Unicorn will activate. Looking at the extra deck, getting rid of a Shangri-Ira. A Rise Heart will attach a card that's banished. And do it again. Kashtira Birth will summon the player's banished Arise Heart, which will then banish Kashtira Theosis, and 3 of Duelist A's. Cards are banished, so Arise Heart will activate with Kashtira Theosis chaining, adding Scareclaw Kashtira back to the player's hand. Arise Heart will get another card. Scareclaw Kashtira will summon itself. This time getting rid of Rise Heart. Another card is added to Arise Heart. The 3 monsters on Duelist B's field will then overlay into Arise Heart. It'll use its effect, detaching 3, banishing Duelist A's Arise Heart. And then he blew up, I'm going to assume due to time. Sure did. I'm going to say Toon deserved that win because they're playing Toons. The other person is doing Kashtira trash. So he had it coming. Final countdown? Sure. Duels B sets 2 and passes. Duelist A draws. Activates 1 Day of Peace. Both players draw a card. Activates Final Countdown, paying 2,000 life points. Activates Nightmare Steel Cage and passes. Duels B will also pass. I'm going to hit the fast forward button. Draws return. Passes. Duelist B will set 1 and pass. Duelist A will draw Threatening Roar. Set it. Passes. Duelist B will set another card and pass. There's no way this happened on ladder. Player sets Gravity Bind and passes. Duelist B will set a card and pass. Either Duelist B is a bot, or it's just the worst deck in the world. Final countdown at 9. Passing. They summon Red Resonator. Threatening Roar will activate. Really held off that 600 damage that was heading his way. Draws Gravity Bind. Sets Marshmallow and passes. Countdown at 11. Player activates Resonator Call, adding a Crimson Resonator. Activates a cell recombination device. Sure. Discarding Alien Overlord, putting 6 counters on Red Resonator. Activates Mind Control. Taking control of Marshmallow. Flips it up. Links them both away for Binary Sorceress. Player will swing. Battle Fader will use its effect to come out. Passes. Drops a Raigeki just to get rid of the binary. Countdown at 13. Duelist A uses Crimson Resonator, summoning itself and summoning Alien Warrior. Gravity Bind is activated, but then those two will sync away for Red Rising. Red Rising will summon back Crimson. Crimson will then summon Red. Target the Red Rising to gain life points. A cell recombination device will banish itself to add Alien Ammonite. Then the 3 monsters on board will all sync away for Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. Tyrant Red Dragon will destroy all other cards on the board. Activates Pot of Avarice, targeting 5 in their grave, putting them back, drawing 2. Use the effect of Bestial Saronir, banishing Marshmallow to summon itself. Swings with Tyrant, but Swift Scarecrow will say no. Countdown at 14. Draws Mirror Force. Activates Raigeki. Board is cleared. Saronir's effect will activate, sending away Druis Worm to grave. Activates Swords of Revealing Light. Countdown at 15. Player activates Ledger of Ledgermane, banishing 3. Alien Ammonite is summoned, which will bring back Alien Warrior. Those two will sync together for Cosmic Fortress Golgar. Golgar's effect will activate, bouncing Swords of Revealing Light, putting an A counter on itself. It'll swing. Swift Scarecrow again to say no. Countdown at 16. Draws Grand Mole, summons the mole, swings at the alien, bounces both. Reactivate swords. Still can't believe they gave that an animation. Sets 1 more, just in case they're expecting swords to get bounced again, I guess. Ledger of Ledgermane goes to 1 counter. Player summons Alien Shock Trooper. Passes. Countdown 18. Draws for turn. Summons Grand Mole. Swings. Bounces. Just in case. Final countdown at 19. Ledger of Ledgermane goes to 2 counts. Code A Ancient Ruins will activate. Sets 1, summons Shock Trooper. Final countdown goes to 20. And the match is over. Duel Stay wins due to final countdown. Now, much as I would love to end this off on that goofiness, feels like that was a very low energy match because we were just waiting. So let's hope this one goes a bit better. And looking at the hand, probably fairly normal. Player activates Illusion of Chaos, revealing itself to add Magician's Rod. Will then put a card in the hand back into the deck, summons Magician's Rod. Imperm will activate, targeting the rod to negate. Sets 1 in the back row. Rod will then be linked away for Artemis the Magistus Moon Maiden. And they pass turn. Duelist A running some sort of Tenyi. Uses Vishuda's effect, summoning itself, then summoning the Golden Sword Soul. Those two will sync together for the level 11 Star Eater. Must be synchro summoned, cannot be summoned away. Synchro cannot be negated. When synchro summoned, cards and effects cannot be activated. Its card attacks is unaffected by other cards effects until the end of the damage step. That is a really unexpected tech card that works. Star Eater will swing over Artemis. During main phase 2, Magic Karibo will be discarded to summon the Dark Magician. Duelist B will once again show Illusion of Chaos, add another Magician's Rod. Send a card back to the deck. Summons the Rod. This time it will go through, adding Dark Magical Circle. Dark Magician will link away. For Imduk, the World Chalice Dragon, which that and the Magician's Rod will then link away. For Predaplant, Verte Anaconda. Verte will use its effect, paying 2,000 life points to send away Magicalized Fusion. Diffuse Dark Magician and Magician's Rod into the Dark Magicians. Activates Dark Magic Circle, adding Soul Servant to hand. The Dark Magicians will let him draw a card. He will chain Soul Servant to stack the deck first, putting Magician's Souls on top of the deck, and then he will draw it. Reveal Magician's Souls, send away Dark Magician, discard the Souls. Soul Servant will chain to that, banishing itself to draw a card. Verte will change Star Eater to Dark for no reason. Passes turn. Battle phase. Star Eater will swing Verte. Probably the wrong target. And pass turn. Magician player at 900, but I think they can pull it off. Illusion of Chaos will reveal itself again. Ash Blossom is ready for it, though, this time, and will stop it from adding a card. Player activates another Dark Magic Circle. Put a card on top of the deck. Dark Magicians enabled him to draw. Summons Apprentice Illusion Magician by discarding Versago the Destroyer. And that will add a Dark Magician to hand. Activates Magician's Navigation, special summoning that Dark Magician. And Dark Magician Girl. Dark Magic Circle will now activate, banishing the Star Eater. There's lethal on board. Girl will swing. Apprentice swings. Magician's plural swings. And Dark Magician for game. There we go. We got to see a rare monster and Dark Magician animation to finish off. That's going to be the end of this week's installment of the Master Duel Watch and Learn series. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you have a good week going forward. Bye.